Okay guys, I think I've done it. This is what it currently looks like. So it doesn't look too bad. So Baldy, I've done it. Hope you enjoy guys, and we'll catch you next week. See you, bye. That will be much appreciated. So now I have basically added the mushrooms in and the garlic in. So as you can see, it's boiling quite nice. Steaming up the camera a little bit there. So now, excuse the noise of the sizzling of the vegetables, but then I'm now also doing the boiling. Now I'm just going to add in the stock as well. Can't ever undo these when James is handy to be doing that. So I'll literally pour that into here. So that is done. And then literally going to pour in the water. So it says to do it for about 1 1/4. That doesn't really look like a lot, so I'm going to do a bit more. Just going to wing it again, as always. So that's basically so they're nice and rubbery. Hi everybody, welcome back to Blondie. But we are missing Mr. Baldy because he is currently in Croatia this week. So you just have me guys today. So just to let you know, this is what we're doing in today's video. I'm making a mushroom soup without the chestnuts because I didn't find any in the store because I was left on my own to my own devices. So I'm currently just diced up the onion. I have attempted to grate the garlic, but I think I used the wrong part on the grater. I used this, and I think I should have used that. So again, when James is not here, it all goes to not plan. And you can hear Mr. Monty Cat in the background. And I'm currently just now dicing the celery. So yeah, while he's sunning himself in lovely Croatia, I'm here in the not so sunny England doing my own soups. How dare he leave me on my own? What the hell is he doing? So I've had to learn from what he's shown me over the many years where I haven't really listened. It's sort of like, yeah, gone in one ear and out the other. So I don't know if this soup is going to be the greatest for my lunches this week, but okay, the proof will be in the pudding when I have my lunch tomorrow. So we'll see how I get on. So for this particular menu, we've had to have dicing up all the veg. So like I said, I've diced up the onions. I've diced up, well, grated, supposedly, the slight little bit of a garlic clove that I've got. And now I'm cutting the celery. So he has told me the best thing to do is to basically prepare all the veg first, because if I do that, it makes it a lot easier. Because I would just sort of get the recipe, I'd melt the butter, and then I wouldn't have even done the celery or whatever you've got to put in. So I must have listened sometime along the way. I think I listened a little bit last week because I knew I'd be on my own this week before I had to remember everything. So yeah, so basically I'm just popping everything in, putting it on plates, because he said it's easier to not leave it on the actual chopping board, to get everything diced up and on a plate and out the way, so then it's easier to pour in. So I've currently done my onions finely chopped. I have done the celery sticks. I've done the garlic clove. So now I've got to slice up the mushrooms, and then and chop up my parsley, and then that's it. So I'm going to quickly just, he did say a weird way of putting an angle on the parsley or doing something like that. So I'm just going to give that a go and just chuck that in. That'll do. Run a little bit out of time because I've been basically dossing about for most of the day. Well, no, I haven't really. I've gone to see my sister and my niece and my nephew, and then I took my mum out because my father had gone to a bowling tournament, so she was left on her own. So we decided to go Russian Lake shopping. And then before I know, I was chilling out, reading a little bit of my book, and then my mother came back and was like, "Oh right, we want to go on a walk." So I ended up going on a walk, and then once we'd been on my walk, my father then returned back saying he'd come back from his bowling tournament because it was quite a way away. It was about 2.5 hours away. Hang on a minute, guys, I need to check something about the chestnut mushrooms. They've got to be sliced. Oh well, I remember James saying you don't have to cut things exactly because they're all going to get condensed in a blender. So again, must have listened again. So I'm just going to cut them into little fine pieces. I think that'll be the easiest way to do it. Ooh, quite slippery, aren't the mushrooms? As you can tell, I don't ever cook. I'm a complete and utter beginner, and I always rely on Mr. Baldy, which is Mr. James, doing all the cooking for me because he is the cook in the relationship. He is the brains and also the brawn, and I don't know what I offer, but I offer the personality, the charm and the wit, shall we say. So yeah, so then we went for a walk with my mother, and then my father turned up, and I was a bit naughty, couldn't be bothered to have any dinner, so I just went to the chip shop, got a battered sausage, a buttered roll, and also a little cone of chips. Do I really need to... Actually, I'm going to use this container to put all the diced stuff up in. So yeah, I'm winging it a little bit. I have to follow recipes because if I don't, it'll all go tits up, shall we say. So got to make sure I do it properly. So I'm just going to slice these however I want. Because I remember him saying the smaller I slice these, the easier it would be for me to cook and condense when I blend it. So yeah, that's what we're doing. So yeah, so that's basically what I've done today. And then we just watched this really fascinating program about these blue zones. I'm probably way behind. It's probably come out ages ago on Netflix. But yeah, I've been watching it with Mum and Dad, and it was fascinating because they were saying about how there's places, they're trying to make a blue zone of Singapore because it's not currently a blue zone, and that's the last episode, which I haven't watched yet. And then it was just showing you places in Italy, in Greece, all these places. And it was just a really fascinating thing how people live to basically 100. And they said the one in Italy is because they keep an eye on all their close relatives, whether they're sick, they all take turns in looking after them. They never send them to a nursing home because that sort of basically is not what they do out there. And then also they cook everything from scratch, some of these countries. And then also they're doing everyday chores as well, which really, really helps. Like the ones in Japan, they're all living to like 105, 106. And it's because they're carried on after retirement, still doing manual jobs, like getting stuff out the garden, cooking everything from scratch, doing all the chores of chopping up everything to keep your hands working. So I just found it a really fascinating watch and learning all this different stuff. So maybe now I've watched that, I might be encouraged to dice up more of prep for food instead of leaving it always to James, because apparently you've always got to keep your hands working, which is what they say. And like I do a lot of the housework and stuff, and James does a lot of the housework as well, to be honest. He's very, very domesticated. He'd make a great house husband for me. But yeah, that's what we always sort of joke about. So he will be very impressed when he sees this video, and will actually see physical hard evidence that I actually cooked for a change, instead of just saying, oh, I just got to go feed the chins, or just got to go and let the warbits out, or just got to go and see Miss Darians, instead of, it's got to see the kittens, got to see the guinea pigs. So basically any excuse to get out of cooking, which I have no excuse this time because he's not actually here, and then I can't not have any lunch whilst I'm at work for the rest of the week. Can't be doing that. So he said, once you've prepared all your veg, so sorry about the noise, guys, with me chopping and that. I'm rushing about and make sure I don't chop the bloody fingers off. I don't really want a trip to A&E tonight. It's not really on my agenda. So yeah, I'll actually see that with physical evidence I actually did make it, and you'll be like, yeah, you just fibbed, you went and bought shop bought soup, which apparently is really terrible. But you'll actually see this video and you'll be hearing the chopping noises, and you'll actually notice that I've actually done something myself, which you'll be very impressed with, and actually I'll be very impressed with. I know it's just a soup, it should be, you know, piss easy to make, but for me, I've never done any of this. You know, when I was living with my mum and my dad, we literally just got something out of a packet, put it in the oven, boiled a few carrots, and that was about as far as our cooking went. So cooking really isn't in our family. It was in terms of like other generations, like great grandmas and grandmas, but sort of my mum and dad, me and my sister, not so much. So we're really trying to live healthy, and we're really trying to, you know, instead of getting things out of packets and stuff, I really want to try and, you know, do all of that. And, you know, we're growing our own veg pat, our own fruit. So I meant to say patch, not pat. So, you know, hopefully in a few months' time when everything starts growing, again, I'm a complete novice at that. So we shall see how that grows. But I'm currently growing strawberries, raspberries, blackberries, and then just normal veg. So onions, spring onions, pak choi, but I can't do that till next month because apparently you can't sort of start sowing them till May, June, and we're currently at the end of April at the moment, so I can't be doing any of that. But yeah, I want to see how we all get along. So yeah, I've done the hardest part, which is probably easy for everybody else. I've now chopped up all my onions, and I've got all my ingredients out, which is supposed to be where is it? Oh, soy sauce, but I'm putting teriyaki. I don't really know what that is, but there you go. And then we've got butter, sunflower oil, and then a vegetable stock. But I'm not putting in, and parsley, and I'm not putting in double cream or chestnuts because I haven't got any. So yeah, so there's 5 steps. So let's see how I get on. So apparently I've got to melt the butter and oil in a large saucepan over a high heat. Add the onions so and cook 5 minutes and stir in the garlic and fry for 30 seconds. A lot of timings on this, which I've got to get right. So what did it say? A large pan? I can't even remember what I said. Sorry, I was going to keep going back and forth to get pans and stuff. So let's have a look. That's a large saucepan. So what do I need to add for that then? So I need to melt some butter. So I need to put 55 grams of butter. So let me get my little weighing scales out and have a look and see what 55 grams is. So I hope you're all very well, guys, and you had a nice weekend and you are doing whatever you're doing. I hope you've had a nice time. So I can't really talk and do all this at the same time. God, how bad's that? I'm supposed to be a woman. I'm supposed to be able to multitask. 65, hang on a minute, let's take a bit off that. 59. Fuck it, that'll do. Excuse my language, guys. So that's 55 there. So what I have to do is then melt that into the saucepan. So let's put this on a little bit of heat. Let's move all my apparatus out of the way. Okay, let's get going. Let's turn this on. So yeah, so I should have really done this earlier, guys, but just thought, oh, I need to get this done, and then I wanted to see my mum and my dad and my sister, so family's really important to me, you know. You have those precious moments with your family, so I thought, no, this can wait till the end of the day. Right, so it says, melt the butter and oil into like over a high heat. 8 should be all right, shouldn't it? So I'll wait till that's melted. So I need to then get a wooden spoon because James tells me off that I use basically what they're called, silver spoons, normal cutlery, and it obviously scrapes all the pans and then I mess up the pans. So he's basically dealing with a child with me. So yeah, this is basically what I'm doing. So as you can see, James, this is physical evidence because James never believes me. but I'm melting the butter into a pan. Now I have a lovely balance of you on here, guys, and now I can't get you balanced on here. So I'm just going to put you on top of the microwave for now. So excuse that little bit of covered space that we've got here. Excuse the camera skills. There we go. So as you can see, it's melting now. Maybe I'm just going to put you down here. Hang on, let's move some of this stuff here. So there we go. Okay. So melting this butter onto a high heat. Say it's got to be, all the butter's got to be melted. Melt the butter and oil. Oh fuck, I didn't put the oil in. How much oil have I got to put in? 1 tablespoon. Yeah, I'm already messing up the ingredients already. Right, good. We'll just wing it like I always do in life. I'll start over high heat, add the onion, celery and cook for 5 minutes. So that's, looks like that's all sort of melted. So now let's add the onions and celery. So we'll chuck the onions in like this, and then we'll also chuck, oh shit, the garlic's there, oh, parsley's there as well. Hang on, let me just slowly put, I think basically you can't go wrong with soups because they're not like as methodical as like cakes are or anything like that. So it should be fine. I've in the place already. Okay, then it says, sorry, I'm just trying to balance shit here. Oh, there we go. Okay, 5 minutes. So what's on roll? 5 to 10 at night. I've got to get up for work. Oh dear. So yeah, I've got to add that for 5 minutes. And then do I have to stir that or what? And then stir in the garlic and fry for 30 seconds. Okay. So let's give it a little bit of a mix. See how we're getting on with that. He says I've got to keep turning over the, you know, the products. What is it, like the celeries and the onions that I've got coming here. So basically all the veg. Otherwise I'd just sit and leave it there, and he's like, no, you've got to stir it in and basically get it all mixed in nice and well. So this is what I am currently doing. So I hope he'll be impressed when he gets back, but he won't be able to taste it because by the time he comes round, I'd have eaten it all. Yeah, it smells good, so I think I'm doing something right. It's only a simple, not simple ingredients, but it's a simple process. I'm only cooking a soup. I'm not like I'm cooking a beef joint or anything difficult, so should be alright with that. So I've mixed that in, and I've got to basically get the garlic in, and I have to fry it for 30 seconds. Fry the garlic. Can't I just chuck it in? I'm just going to chuck it in. I ain't got time to fry something for 30 seconds, if that's what he's on about. And then add the mushrooms into the saucepan and fry for about 5 minutes until golden but not wet, turning them regularly. So do I add that all in together? Yeah, it must be. So I've got all my diced onions, not my diced onions, my diced mushrooms. So yeah, so I basically just got to add garlic and add mushrooms, turning them regularly, and then pour in the stock and bring up to boil. And then reduce it and cover in sieve for about 20 minutes or until the vegetables are tender, and then load it into a food processor or blender until smooth. That seems simple enough. I'm sure I can do that. So, got a couple more minutes yet. So yeah, I really hope that you are liking mine and James's channel so far. I've not been joined on a couple's channel for YouTube very long. It's only probably been like a couple of months, I'd probably say. 6 to 8 weeks. So I really hope you're enjoying the videos, and if you can please like and subscribe. It is completely free to subscribe. There's no subscription member or service or anything like that, and that just basically means that when you subscribe and you hit the notification bell, you'll get our video upload every week, which we do on a Sunday. So we just make sure that we have one video a week, because I have my own channel as well. So if you would like to follow my own channel, it's literally just Amanda Nix, which is just literally my name. I upload 3 videos on there a week, and it's more about sort of cozy at home vlogs, and also doing my general stuff with the fur babies, and going out and about and just doing, you know, very relaxing things that don't cost any money, and yeah, just a little bit of an insight. So if you'd like to follow that as well, that would be great. And yeah, I upload